What if I told you the global economy is not breaking loudly, it is breaking silently? No explosions on your screen, no headlines screaming collapse. And yet, prices are rising, deliveries are slowing, and supply chains are quietly choking, all because of one place most people never think about: the Red Sea, a narrow stretch of water, but one of the most important trade routes on Earth. Right now, ships are avoiding it, routes are changing, costs are exploding. And here's the scary part: this is not a temporary disruption, this is the beginning of a global shift. So the real question is, how can one region quietly shake the entire world economy? To understand this crisis, you need to understand how global trade actually works. Most people think trade is digital, fast, instant, but reality is different. Over 80% of global trade moves by sea, massive ships, carrying oil, food, electronics, raw materials, and these ships follow specific routes, not random paths. Strategic corridor is one of the most important, the Red Sea route. It connects Europe to Asia through the Suez Canal. This route saves time, saves fuel, saves billions of dollars. Without it, ships must travel thousands of extra kilometers, and that changes everything. The Red Sea was always important, but it became critical after the opening of the Suez Canal, a shortcut between East and West. For decades it worked smoothly. Then tensions began to rise. Political instability in the Middle East, conflicts in nearby regions, and then attacks on commercial ships, missiles, drones, threats in open waters. Shipping companies started to panic. Insurance costs jumped overnight. Routes were no longer safe. And slowly, ships began to disappear from the Red Sea. Not literally, but strategically. They chose longer routes, safer routes, more expensive routes. The crisis expands now. Here is where the real impact begins. When ships avoid the Red Sea, they go around Africa, a journey that adds 10 to 15 extra days, thousands of extra kilometers, millions in additional fuel costs. Now multiply that by thousands of ships. Suddenly global shipping slows down, costs increase, delivery times stretch, and businesses feel the pressure. Retailers wait longer for goods, factories wait longer for materials, and when supply slows, prices go up. This is not theory, this is happening right now, quietly, across the world. Breaking point: when systems start to fail, global trade depends on precision. Timing matters. Delays break systems, and the Red Sea disruption is doing exactly that. Ports are getting congested, shipping schedules are collapsing, containers are stuck in the wrong places. This creates a domino effect. One delay leads to another, and another. Soon, entire supply chains become unstable. Now think about this. A factory in Europe cannot get parts from Asia. Production slows. Products become scarce. Prices rise. Consumers feel it. Inflation returns, not because of demand, but because of disruption. And this is the dangerous part. The system looks normal on the surface, but underneath, it is under stress. Fallout: global economic damage. Let's connect the dots. Shipping costs rise. Fuel costs rise. Insurance costs rise. All of this gets passed to the consumer. That means higher prices in stores, more expensive electronics, more expensive food, more expensive transportation. And it does not stop there. Stock markets react. Investor confidence drops. Businesses delay expansion. Economic growth slows. And suddenly, a regional crisis becomes a global problem. Or because one route is no longer reliable. Failed fixes: why solutions are not working. So why not just fix the problem? Why not secure the route? The answer is complicated. Military protection helps, but it is not perfect. Threats still exist. Risks remain high. And companies do not take chances. Alternative routes exist, but they are expensive and slow. Air freight is faster, but far too costly for bulk goods. So the system adapts, but inefficiently. And inefficiency means one thing: higher costs. The world is not solving the problem. It is managing it. And that is a temporary solution, not a permanent one. Modern parallels, patterns repeating. This is not the first time, and it will not be the last. We saw it during global pandemics. We saw it when major canals were blocked. We saw it when energy routes were threatened. The pattern is always the same: dependence, disruption, panic, adjustment, but never real change. The global economy is efficient, but fragile, and the Red Sea crisis is proving it again. Conclusion: takeaways plus warning. So what can we learn? Takeaway 1. Global trade depends on a few critical routes. When one breaks, the world feels it. Takeaway 2. Efficiency creates hidden risks. The faster the system, the more fragile it becomes. Takeaway 3. Small disruptions can create massive consequences, especially in a connected world. And here's the warning: this crisis is not over. It is evolving. And if another major route is affected, the impact could be far worse. So the real question is, are we prepared for the next disruption? Or are we still relying on fragile systems that can break at any moment? If you found this video valuable, subscribe to Dawn of Humanity, because here, we do not just report events, we explain the systems behind them. And tell me in the comments, do you think the global economy can survive without these critical routes? Or is this just the beginning of something bigger? Because sometimes, the biggest crises are the ones happening quietly.